their location to have it, and there's no free light cone. But they will both be starting at Link's house anyway. With a glove, wow! That's nice. It makes back of escape immediately checkable, which is really nice and easy if you just save and quit and start from Sanctuary.
Definitely. As soon as we grab a bomb, I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of them hop in there for those 3 easy items. It's like Mark is using the Nature Leak sprite today, and LJMnin is using the sprite I don't see very often. I don't know about you.
I've seen a few people use that one. It hurts my eyes, honestly.
Yeah, it might make things like bomb jumps and stuff difficult unless you're familiar with it.
Well, now we know why Uncle's dying in the sewers. He just gave away his heart.
Either that or they took it by force.
Well, and then they kept the spare heart in the chest, but he didn't think to get that either.
Ooh, but they get a bomb drop.
Or LJMnin does, at least. Marcnificent.
Yeah, we got literacy.
Yeah. I'm surprised LJMnin didn't immediately save and quit to Sanctuary, since he now has that bomb and could do back of escape.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. You can't finish escape with just one bomb.
Yeah.
In fact, you got just for the first room. I guess he can get that first chest. While Mark is hitting up the good old spot for bombs right outside the grove.
Okay, well, that sure paid off for LJMnin.
Like,
that was impressive. I have to guess that was his gamble, thinking that maybe he could get a weapon out of that chest. Oh, and some cash in the race game. Let's see if Magnificent goes for it, because that would be a good way to just buy bombs afterwards.
Yep, he's gonna take it. I don't blame him. One part about open mode is finding that cash early on for your bottle merchant, bomb purchase if necessary. There are a good 50 that you can pick up in town, but you need 150 if you want to leave stocked.
So that'll buy his bombs right there. Oh, and looks like he picked up a bomb while he was lifting bushes to go through the maze, too.
Yeah, you typically want to grab that second bomb, just in case you've got to stop there at the good old race game. I would not be surprised to see Mark save that money.
Did you see Flippers on the bookshelf there?
I did. Flippers in plain view in both matches. Sorry, like I said, I wouldn't expect him. I wouldn't be surprised if he saved that 50 for that bottle merchant.
Okay, we get our first check. Just pendants on Desert and Hera. That I think that's the vanilla order even. And then we had a red crystal in Eastern.
Yes. And our first shield in the back of the tavern.
LJMnin will also now become literate. And I bet he goes to the back of escape. This is a very healthy seed. 3 full hearts in the first 4 minutes.
Mark's going to be forced to go ahead and buy those bombs now. And speaking of bombs, gonna kill a few rats. No bombs there, though.
Well, there were bombs.
That works out for him. That's all the bombs he will need to at least check Kakariko.
Oh, and did we see the map while LJMnin was doing escape?
I did not personally.
I don't remember seeing it, so that means that we can actually rule out the Darkroom Sewers chest, because that must be the map.
Correct.
Marcnificent has found some blue value in the Kakariko well between the blue mail and the cane of Brian. Realizing he doesn't quite have enough money for the bottle merchant.
Looks like we're gonna get our first peek, possibly, to see if we actually need to do Aghanim yet.
There's Bombos in Blind's hut. Lumberjack is dead.
And thank you to Mark for not pulling the same stunt as his teammate and forgetting. Oh, leaves a bomb to commemorate that. His teammate in the last match actually forgot that chest for about 45 minutes.
Was there anything of value in it? I didn't see the last match.
The last match, it had his Titan's mitts, actually.
Oh! Several months back, I called a match like that where one player didn't check back there and it had the Titan's mitts.
Yeah, poor Walter in the first game. He spent a good 40 minutes doing Aghanim. Fortunately, that turned out to be necessary. Cleared out pods, spent some time staring at the map. Somehow still won that match. Some more love. That's going to put us at 7 hearts.
4 out of 11 full heart containers found in the first 7 minutes. And we've been seeing a lot of big 20s. Kind of a slow way to accumulate wealth.
Oh, I can't say I haven't done the same thing.
Oh, are we going to see a ped check in here? No, he's going to Lumberjack. I got all excited. Okay, hopefully Marcnificent decides to do escape now.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that sword.
Looks like he's going to the back of escape first.
Yes.
I mean, he does have the Cane of Burno, so he has a way of killing enemies other than bombs.
Yeah, but he'll have to farm up a bit of magic. I wouldn't be surprised to see South Shore first. There's no way to guess if there'd be a sword in there.
Let's see. You were right, South Shore.
Oh, there's a multitude of checks here. Well, he is going to save the dam, though, potentially combining that with Gina?
Yeah, I guess since he has the book, he can also go into Desert and see if he can get anything in there.
Right, game knowledge, see if you need those boots. There's a hint in there.
Gives him access to Desert Ledge and at least one check in Desert at a minimum.
Alright, so 5 checks. Here we go. Ooh.
Moon Pearl and Mo Money and a bottle. That's a pretty good mini Moldorm.
Very nice mini Moldorm, and actually sets him pretty close to paying off Zora. If he chooses the fake flipper, he can take that Moon Pearl and actually get the water walk off the waterfall cave. Check those out, too.
But since he knows where the flippers are, I think that might make it a bit more likely that he'd try to get the boots.
Right. On the flip side, if it turns out Swamp Palace later on is not necessary and he can clear those water checks, he might not ever need those flippers.
Did you really just say on the flip side?
Maybe. Don't judge me. I have feelers.
He's got to watch out for those crabs, though.
Yeah, those are dangerous. Even with blue
He
mail.
has blue mail, or he'd be dead already. Okay, I guess he is gonna do fake flipper, otherwise why would he be walking out of here? Or he is going to fake flipper and farm money the slow way to get the Zora cash, I see.
Looks like LJMnin is gonna go ahead and make that same play.
But with
After
the key
that
difference of having
300.
a sword.
Yeah, and after that 300, he'll have enough to go straight to Zora without farming.
So we are also 2/3 of the way to Dark World access here.
Yeah, we're pretty close, one way or another.
Now, interestingly, Marcnificent did not want to check Hobo while he was in there. And joke's on him, he would have had plenty of money for Zora.
Yeah, well, it happens. All right, let's see what's on that ledge.
Vanilla. So you think it'll be a life lesson today or a love lesson?
Oh, let's have something good here for a change, actually.
I mean, given how this seed has been going, I'm expecting a love lesson.
Yeah, pretty healthy.
Oh! Well then!
Hey, Titan's mitts, those must be really nice to find.
I'd pay 500 rupees for them. Unfortunately, it means Marcnificent is probably now going to charge straight into the Dark World without having picked up a sword. He can technically beat Thieves Town with the Cane of Burna. Can't check the big chest, but other than that, he can do the entire thing and fight blind. And answering chat, Aga could theoretically be needed if both the boots and the hammer are locked away somewhere. We just had a very quick check. I did not see where the green pendant was.
I did not see green, but I did see a red crystal on swamp. There's an ether in Floating Isle, too.
Okay, green was on Ice Palace. There we go. So we know those slippers are going to be required, which means the boots are going to be required.
Ooh, be careful, LJ. One little tap of damage while in fake flipper mode is instant death. It don't matter if you have 20 hearts. You've got to be a little careful with that Zora.
And that's actually a modification that the developers made for Randomizer, because in the vanilla game, you actually soft lock. So they decided it would be better to just kill you outright rather than make you soft lock.
Yeah, you get a nice little stream scroll that lasts like infinitely. Done that one before. We're gonna trade our bottle in. It's a red goo, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
And Mark straight into Thieves Town. We'll see how far he goes.
Ooh, another magic cane.
Ooh, yes, and that's actually a pretty decent weapon for a blind fight if you Need it.
Yeah, Samaria strats against blind are fun to watch.
Yes, and I don't know if you noticed, but LJ got hit in that water walk, which means he loses it. He's got to take that vanilla path.
Hey, at least he got hit while he was on regular ground, so he didn't die.
Yeah. While on fake flipper, you die immediately. If you're in a water walk, you just splash right there. And if you're on deep water, you'll just continue to splash, be stuck. You can still save and quit, fortunately, but if you can't reach dry land or shallow water, you pretty much have to save and quit.
So it looks like Magnificent is not doing the back of Thieves Town. He's just going to Death Warp out.
Yeah. Did get a couple good items. Well, one for sure. And is LJ heading up to the Sahasrara, possibly Eastern Check?
Why not? He's had pretty lucky routing so far. I guess Magnificent's going to show a shovel game. And probably Stumpy afterwards.
Yep, pretty standard routing. LJ picking up that knowledge of Green Pendant Ice Palace.
LJ also picking up the single arrow.
Yes,
All
everybody's
important to the game.
favorite unique item.
And Magnificent gets his first sword.
Well, that's 2 swords to our chat's knowledge.
Huh. Oh, I guess he figures now that he has a sword, he's just going to go finish off Thieves Town. No, he's taking Jeremiah.
He's gonna take that frog. Probably carry the purple. Well, yeah, okay, he's gonna carry the frog with him. I wouldn't have been surprised to see the purple chest come down here with him either.
Well, and then he can at least do 2 checks once he gets back to Kakariko, because he can both turn in Jeremiah and check Sick Kid. Meanwhile, LJMnin giving us our first check of Eastern Palace. More blueberries.
Yep, there's our first item.
Oh, right, and since we only have 1 point of Dark World access at the moment, this is the only way to get to Hype Cave.
That all-important hammer is still yet to be found.
And there are the boots, though, which also, except for a really edge case, means Rip Aga. The edge case is if the hammer happens to be in Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, short
Which
of
it can't be because Swamp is a red crystal. So, Rip Aga.
Yep, later, wizard. Interesting way to do that skeleton room. I never knew you could pick that middle pot up.
Something sharp can be dug up. That's what Magnificent just found out by doing. What do you know? Another big heart container. We haven't seen enough of those this seed.
Nope, definitely going for a 20 heart percent today. This routing's actually going to work real good for Mark. Turn in that Smith, grab those flippers. Sick kid along the way.
More money. I don't think we're gonna need to worry about money again this seed. Kiki can extort all he wants. We're ready. So I guess Armos Knights have the last item in Eastern.
Looks like it. There's our flippers, so wait to see what's next for Mark.
Oh, looks like LJMnin. No, he had the book out. I'm guessing he's gonna do damn anyway, since why would he be going this way otherwise?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't go ahead and just hit Dark World.
And Sick Kid is doing his Janis Joplin impersonation and saying, "Take another little piece of my heart."
As if they weren't healthy enough. Ooh, Mark picks up a potion. Are we thanking Pod in the near future? I mean, I can't imagine he feels like he's in danger of hearts.
And I would think he'd want to do Thieves' Town. Oh, and there are the silvers!
Well,
The dam.
at least we know there is no way Mark is going to miss those when he comes to Swamp.
And now LJMnin is going to give us our first look at the desert area. There's one of our two treasures in Skull Woods, and it is worthless.
Meanwhile, everybody's favorite hermit. Here we go with Yagina play.
Well, you didn't expect a hermit to have much life savings, did you?
No. But I mean, come on, man. You could have had a 20.
Good thing that Mark dipped Thieves' Town and got the red cane. Ooh, vanilla big key today.
1/. Oh man, I have to go back, he says. We might still find both items up front, though.
And if not, well, he has to come back to beat Moth anyway. Oh, he's trying hover. Wow, nice hover.
Nice. Quick hover, too.
But yes, the second item in Skull Woods is in the back. LJMnin can go down the rabbit hole a bit with the small key. Big key on Torch, though, so we'll see if there are any items on the right side of Desert.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was reading that hint. I didn't get a chance to see if anything was on Bumper Cave, did you?
No, I missed it too. I was reading the hint.
I'm sure Chad will fill us in.
Well, there's one of Desert's two items, the Fire Shield. And Mark's giving us a catfish check, which may well be useful. In the daily race today, catfish was actually vanilla, and Turtle Rock entrance was vanilla, so it was very much required.
Yes, that was actually real nice. just yet more love. All right, and confirmation from chat here. We just had a heart piece on a bumper ledge, so we won't see that again. At least not on Mark's side.
And Mark's taking laps. I mean, swimming is good for your health, right? Good cardio.
Great cardio. Okay, is this LJ's first trip in a Dark World, perhaps? In the answer chat, Aggie is confirmed dead. We have flippers to reach the right side Dark World anyway, and the only other item that would have prevented that is Hammer, and it's needed for Swamp, so nope, Aggie's gone. Yep, looks like Mark is making that pod play.
Why not? It's got a lot of chests.
Yep, you gotta spend a few minutes gathering keys, but otherwise, hey, there's 5 items in the back. It's still almost 30 minutes in and no crystals yet.
Well, apart from Thieves' Town, there are no crystals they can complete. Yeah, no hammer, no hook shot, no mirror, no flute.
Nope, but at least the backup pod is still in logic without a bow.
Right, so bow could be someplace horrible like the big chest, though that would mean that the lamp would be required by logic. Well, there's the mirror. That made the dive worth it.
But definitely, it's a few more checks. And 100% necessary as well if you look at Swamp.
Yeah, it also means that the first chest in Swamp is now in logic. I've seen the hammer there before. It's an awful place to put the hammer, but it happens.
Well, to bring those Titans bits up again, our daily today had those Titans bits in that first chest.
That also means we found the 2 non-small key items in the front of pod, so everything else in the front must be a small key.
Got an early big key, too. That's always nice to see.
And LJMnin unfortunately did not dip Thieves' Town for the red cane, so he will be doing some statue pushing here.
Yep. Gonna stun those Gibdos. You don't want to tangle with those.
Ooh, half magic. That's always nice to find. Okay, rupees on the left side, and a small key on the right. But we knew it had to be a small key because there was no other place for the 6th small key to be.
Right, we had half magic in the Hellway, so... Alright, one of everybody's favorite dark rooms.
Chest number 1 in there, bombs. LJMnin also now finding out that, well, there's not too much of value in Skullwoods.
Nope, not in the front. And I did not see anything pop up for the second. And that's our last item. Question we gotta start asking ourselves now is, where is that hammer?
Could be in the back of Thieves' Town. We saw, what, 2 treasures in the front, so that means there are 2 treasures in the back?
Yeah, there's really not too much else open.
But looks like Magnificent is... Yeah. Out of logic, and... I guess he can do Hera, and he can see what's on Ether, but he still hasn't done the front of Escape, so he still doesn't have the Master Sword. But remember that everything up here is out of logic without either the lamp or the flute.
Just bombs on the old man, but at least we have that save and quit point.
And there's the flute. Okay, so we know lamp is required by logic for Death Mountain access.
Yes, definitely. Now the question is that lamp going to be required? Do we need a fire source per se, or is that fire rod going to turn up?
Oh, and Magnificent didn't even bother checking the hint in Spectacle Rock. Maybe he'll do it after. Okay, we don't need Ether Tablet.
Nope, we're pretty much good on hordes. Alright. Pendant Hera. 2 hints, 2 items, and a very angry worm up top.
Let's hope the items are low down.
Definitely. Also worth noting, big key means we are not locked by fire here.
And something sharp requires the hammer, so one of our 2 remaining sword upgrades is hammer locked.
That could be ice, that could be swamp, something like hammer pegs.
Yeah, the majority of hammer locked locations are swamp and left side GT, but there are a few others, as you mentioned. Could be Thieves' Town Big Chest, even. Okay, that made our dive worth it. And the basement is just a compass, so we know we don't need to go in there.
I love the way he sets up this bomb jump. That's not something I can do myself doing the more traditional way.
And those are both items, so we don't need to see Hera again.
Nope. That's a very productive Hera.
Unless, of course, something's on the pedestal because no one's checked it yet. I'm guessing we're activating the flute now. As LJMnin finds a completely useless hint.
All right, so I'm thinking flute, Titan's mitts. We might be getting a Meyer check. At least the
Yeah, and with mirror, we can do checkerboard too.
Definitely, and imagine if Meyer's Bombos. I believe they can clear it.
That would be the case, though kind of annoying with the weaponry they have to fight Vitreous.
You are preaching to the choir. Me and Vitreous, we don't.
Me and Vitreous down by the schoolyard.
Thank you for that. It's gonna play in my head next time I do. Oh, happy days.
And thanks to Article 13, Paul Simon is probably already planning on a lawsuit for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Paul Simon's a nicer guy than that. I just had to make an Article 13 reference. Hopefully all our viewers are aware of how bad that is.
All right, and on the right side, moment of truth. Are we going to find a small key?
Yes, we are.
Hmm.
It is still possible that the final item's on blind and it's just a dungeon item in the big chest, though.
Yep. And if we're this far in, you might as well finish it off and find out.
Well, it's a crystal anyway.
Oh, what do you know? More heart.
Oh, and we'll get a Bombos tablet check. Oh my! Now we know where the hammer is.
Oh, man.
Fully in logic, but Marcnificent needs to do the front of escape now. Unless we find the fourth sword upgrade, because we know the third sword upgrade is hammerlocked.
We have an ether for Meyer, so we're...
Oh, and that was the compass on blind, so there is an item in the big chest in Thieves Town.
Just imagine now for a second if that's our sword.
Just respond to chat. One sword in the front of escape, one sword in shovel game. Which LJMnin is about to pick up now.
Yes, we'll be in line and get that hammer.
Except that he would need to first get the out-of-logic mirror to get to Bombos.
And Mark heads on into Desert Palace, boots in hand, but still does not have that fire source to get to Lammo.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. The mirror was in logic. It was in pod. It was the bow that was out of logic.
Yes. Oh, well, there's 12 hearts.
Are we surprised?
Surprised? No. Excited? Maybe. I'm ready for 20 heart percent.
Now, the question is, how far in is Marcnificent willing to go to check the second item? Like, if it's not in Big Chest, is he going to do land modes just to see the item?
Well, he can't get to land mode, not without a fire source.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it just says, nope, I'm out. I think that was the second item, actually.
Where was the first item?
First item was the piece of heart in the big chest.
Oh, he did check the big chest. I just missed it. I apologize.
Gonna head back, get his $5 from the old creepy hermit. Have you ever spoken to that hermit in a seed, by the way?
No, I haven't. What does he say?
Well, I won't spoil it for you, but just do it sometime.
Okay. Hopefully not as bad as the ball bouncing around on Dark Death Mountain.
Well, let's just say he's definitely a crotchety old man.
Have you accidentally run into the ball on Dark Death Mountain?
More times than one.
And 5 minutes later, when he finishes his spiel...
Oh, yes. I've done it twice in a row before.
Okay, so Marcnificent is going to be very well positioned right now with the bow and silvers, so suddenly Viddy becomes a piece of cake.
Yes. And just like that, Mark is about out of checks. He's going to have to go to escape soon. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can finish these off. At least Eastern.
He's still gonna need to go to escape to get that sword for getting the hammer for Pod. I wonder where the lamp is, though. I mean, there aren't too many more locations.
No, there's really not. It cannot be here in Eastern.
Right, it locks...
Someone in chat said ice, perhaps? That's a possibility.
That is true, because the Flippers and the Titans Mitts were both not lamp-locked. The only major items that were lamp-locked were the flute and the bow.
Could also be in that... Well, actually, it could be in the first half of Swamp, to be honest. We don't need a lamp to get hammer.
Right. Could be in Thieves Town Big Chest. LJMnin picking up his flippers. I just realized Pod is a required double dip because you have to go in there to get the mirror to get the hammer.
Yep. Strangely enough, that does not surprise me. You know, it just occurred to me, Desert's pendant and they got both items, so if they don't have to have lamp, if they find fire rod before it's time to clear mire, they might not have to get it at all. Oh, hey, I forgot that was there. That ether's on floating on the island. Yeah.
And Marcnificent has the means of getting it, so he could get into mire if he would just need to
He never went up there. Remember, he went straight to Waterfall.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying if he would think to check it.
Just a big 20 off the hobo. When are we going to learn to quit checking homeless people and old hermits for money? Although, at least we didn't find him sitting there with a pack of bombs. Where are we going?
Getting a potion for Pod? I thought he already had a potion.
Yeah, he got one from the waterfall fairy.
Oh, blue one. Is he trying ice?
Possibly.
I mean, I can't think of what you'd need a blue potion for at this point in the game.
He might be doing ice. He can always take that whirlpool.
But he can't face Cold Stare anyway.
Right, not with that hammer.
And if you're not going to face Cold Stare, I don't know why. I mean, maybe he doesn't know that the hammer's on Bombo's tablet, so maybe he thinks the hammer's in ice, and if so, he wants to make sure he can face Cold Stare.
That's fair. I've seen it there before, and after his gamble with that sword and escape.
And maybe he thinks Sahasrara has something important for the green pendant. Oh, he's doing some thinking.
Meanwhile, super quick Armus Knights.
Yeah, that last item in Eastern wasn't anything useful, though. So what do we need for no mode? 2 rods and the hook shot.
For no mode, yes.
And potentially Quake if it's the key to Turtle Rock.
Which, of course, we do not know as of yet. Still no access to East Death Mountain.
Well, once Marcnificent gets the hammer, he'll have access. He just needs to finally do the front of escape to get his second sword to get the hammer. I do like that they fixed that bug and we can have useful items on tablets now. Okay, now he's gonna find out where Ether is.
There's eyes on Ether.
Got his big 20 from the hobo. Now, the thing is he really gonna use the portal north of Kakariko and walk all the way over there to get Ether, or is he gonna try to hunt for a second sword?
I might just go ahead and hop I could see him hop and escape at this point.
I hope so, because it's a long walk from north of Kakariko all the way over to Dark Lake Hylia. I know it officially has some better name than that. Do you know what the official name is?
Official name of what?
Dark Lake Hylia.
It is a lake of ill omen.
Ah, thank you. Meanwhile, LJMnin is finding out that beans on toast is a great meal.
Hey, I mean, an expert dinner advice. Smart. Skipping that bomb jump. I see people just rush their way into that bomb jump. There's that sword, by the way.
Fine.
In all reality, with that cane, if you're full clearing, you don't need it.
So he will get Hammer, he will get Ether, and he will have Pod and Meyer full clearable.
Now, if you had this situation come up, what would you do? Would you go ahead and head on into Misery Mire, or would you head up to East Death Mountain? Because there is the chance he can't finish Mire. That does kind of depend on where that big key is, and if it's on that firelock side.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. And we still don't even know where that lamp is, but...
Correct. We do know, though, it's not going to be on East Death Mountain, but we could find that on Fire Rod.
Yeah, there's nothing saying the Fire Rod isn't on East Death Mountain.
And yes, confirm this time, map is in that Dark Cross, for sure.
Always nice when you can isolate the map before checking it and save yourself some time.
Where are we heading?
I would hope to get the hammer. I mean,
right.
This is only Dark World access, so he has to come up here to go down to get the hammer.
That's fair. It's not often you're this late in without a hammer.
Cruel people in chat talking about Fire Rod on Ped or Ice Rod on Ped.
Now, come on, guys. We're not going to see an Ice Rod on Ped. That's just too impossible.
We already had a Ped pull in the last game.
Now, Mushroom on Ped to get to that Ice Rod. Well, even worse. Mushroom on Ped to get to that Fire Rod to find Mothula with that Ice Rod. That's a little better. Come on, guys. Be more original.
Or Shovel on Ped.
That's right, Shovel.
I was once playing a seed where Shovel was on Ped and you needed that to get the medallion for Mire. And I had literally checked everything else and couldn't find my way into Mire. It is now officially hammer time.
You forgot to say stop. It's okay. Alright, what's up? Swamp? Okay.
Just getting the hint, I guess. Doesn't tell us where the hookshot is.
No.
And the unique item could be the bug net.
Oh, it could. Unfortunately, single arrow's gone. There's really not too much that could be hookshot locked. I believe it'd be hookshot cave and left swamp.
You mean back of swamp?
Yeah.
And Moldorm 2's final possession.
Yeah, but if you're going there looking for items, something has gone wrong, or you're in an entrance or a major glitch category. Which is not to say I haven't found go mode on that chest.
Hey, yesterday we had silvers on that chest.
Nice.
And it wasn't the first time I've seen silvers on that chest either.
Right, now that is a very conflicted chest. I personally choose to check it. Not for the meme per se, but I can't count the number of times a piece of hearts filled my hearts up before the Ganon fight, found a sword.
Looks like Magnificent is going to East Death Mountain now.
That's fair. Titan's Mitts, you can do everything but Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, a lot of checks over there.
He's not going to check...
He's not going to check what?
I was going to say the ether tablet. I forgot we looked at it.
Yeah, he already looked.
Well,
okay.
Red Rupee on the floating isle today. No lamp like this morning.
But yeah, we'll get Spiral, we'll get the 7 checks in Paradox, 2 in Super Bunny, and the 1 bonk chest in Hookshot still. So that's a good 11 checks.
11 checks, and I'm a fan of knowledge. We should be able to get that Turtle Rock knowledge.
Also very true. Two-thirds chance you could start dipping Turtle Rock just to see what's in it.
I love the routing marks about the pool. He's gonna mirror in between the two caves, go straight to Paradox, then straight to Super Bunny.
Wow, you don't see this routing too often.
Not too often. You don't usually have the exact combination of items for this.
I was gonna say Super Bunny without the hook shot is a bit of a challenge, then I remembered he just has the mirror. He can blow away the blocks.
Yep, and that's the best part. Mirror right over after Super Bunny without changing inventory and go straight in spiral. Really unfriendly mini Moldorms.
Well, in this case, he already checked spiral on the way down.
Oh, that's right. I'm a derp. Wow. Dry Paradox.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. With 7 chests, there's usually something.
Chat brings up a good point. We know Mark can hover. We might get Hookshot Cave. Although, Pollock could theoretically... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, hovering over a 2-block pit is one thing. Hovering over the entirety of Hookshot Cave is another, but you never know.
That you don't. And it's possible we could have those rods in there. Well, Mark has confirmed his cowardice. Red mail today.
I mean, nice to have, but with this many hearts, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
He did at least open Hookshot. Alright, so Ether confirmed both dungeons.
And then the question is TR Fire Rod locked?
We're bonking. Here we go. Nice! First chest done. 2 bonks and we're good. So, you know, this is the tricky part.
Bonkable.
You gotta line up just perfect. And what did I sell you?
Whoa!
There's that fire rod.
So we are now totally out of logic, but we do know what the unique item that was hookshot locked is.
Ooh, and there's our shovel.
But the only required item the shovel could dig up at this point is Ice Rod.
Definitely. But man, those sick hover strats for that fire rod. Oh boy.
So he's gonna try Spike Cave, which literally the only useful item that could be in there is Ice Rod. Oh no, I guess there's no reason Hookshot couldn't be in here, though that would be really horrible if it were.
Definitely. Hookshot or Ice Rod. At least for Mark at this point, lamp is no longer a requirement.
Yeah, if he's gotten this far... Hey, there was a unique item!
Unique swag item.
But yeah, if he's gotten this far, I'm assuming he can do Dark Mire.
As somebody who has raced him personally, I can confirm, yes, he can do Dark Mire quite well.
But...
Not to turn the attention off LJM too much, we're heading through pod right now. Do not have that bow, but at least we'll have everything in hand to come back and clear it when we get it. And he is going to get that mirror, which will be necessary. He can now reach that hammer if he so chooses to go to Bombo's Tower.
And he can now, with the lamp logic break, also get his bow.
Yes. See, I'm still trying to think. Where could that lamp have been? Guess we still haven't seen Swamp.
Could be on the hammerlocked part of ice.
And for that matter, we're going to get to see that Hammerlock chest in Thieves Town, so we'll see if it's there.
Could be on Sarsaparilla himself, for that matter.
No, actually, it cannot be on Sasha, because we needed that lamp to finish Desert. Remember, lamp was locking fire up.
Right, but we have Bombos. You don't need Fire Rod for ice if you have Bombos.
No, but for Desert we do. Gotta light those torches to fight Lamb.
What does that have to do with Sahasrara?
Well, Desert's a pendant.
Yeah, but you just need the green pendant for Sahasrara.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Ped. I'm a derp.
No, it would be so crazy to have a setup where Lamp on Ped is a possibility.
I've yet to see that one. I have seen a couple hook shots, though. That's not out of the water yet.
Ooh, and LJMnin is giving us Graveyard Ledge. We haven't seen this yet. Lamp could be here.
Very well can. Right, new info. Just blueberry.
Like every other check we've done that didn't have life. That's the story of this seed, hearts and bombs.
Life and bombs to take that life away. Alright, Thieves Town Big Chest. I'm excited. Here we go. Just blueberries again.
Well, I'm hoping when Marcnificent goes up to finish Skull Woods, now that he has the Fire Rod, he will give us the pet check.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, even if that pedestal is something completely junk, it's still a pet check. That's deserving of hype.
And there's absolutely no reason it couldn't be Ice Rod. Because, as we know, Ice Rod can be absolutely anywhere in the game except on Trinex or in GT.
Well, it's not in the K45. That's for sure. And with that, blind is down, and my quota of blind puns has been fulfilled.
Well, looks like LJMnin might finally be getting his hammer.
Looks like it. Good for him. Here we go. Open seed, both runners.
I'm sure he'll be relieved to see that. And since we know that Thieves Town Big Chest is worthless, hopefully he won't waste time for that. Ooh, we're getting hammer pegs now. Haven't seen that yet.
And one of my personal favorite minor glitches in the game, Hammer Dash. Only really useful one time, but just looks so awesome. Hey, look at that, more life.
And hey, your 14th heart, I mean, that's always a key one to get.
Yeah, hey, that's NMG right there, if you're not going low percent. I don't know about you, but I don't skip sync part. It's too free.
Okay, so I guess Mark's gonna... Oh, right, he's going up to Skullwoods, of course. Forgot that that's now completable.
And to answer chat, you may be thinking of a different Zelda.
Well, I can tell you one thing that Moth isn't going to have on him. The hook shot.
Or the lamb. He will, however, have one of those red crystals. Which obviously can't lead to anything other than maybe Ice Rod, but he'll still have one. Oh,
no, I'll
that's
just have a
Swamp.
blue crystal.
He has a blue one. I'm just gonna go lay down now.
It's
Speaking
okay,
of
it's
swamp.
Tuesday.
Speaking of swamp, here we go. I'm a huge fan of Swamp Palace. We'll see what's in here today.
Could have a vanilla hookshot, you never know.
But you don't. And out.
Oh, and he just got grabbed. Wow.
I mean, half match. He's still okay, but wow.
Yeah, I was going to comment that with the fire rod, he has the luxury of just, like, shooting it everywhere left and right. Ooh, hammer strat's nice.
Yep, 4 taps of that hammer with combination of 8 swings with that master sword, and you get a dead moth. Challenge with this fight is not necessarily the moth himself, it's all those annoying pointy things flying through the room. That being said, dead moth and a piece of heart.
And
He
there's
needed
the
that.
hookshot, French vanilla.
Nice.
So Swamp is now full clearable. So we just need an ice rod for no mode.
Yep, back to that age-old where's the ice rod hunt. Never heard that before, but hey guys, pet hype, here we go. Ah, just green goo.
And I don't think we need a 4th bottle today.
Nah.
That would be interesting, though, if, like, 3 bottles were in GT and the 4th bottle were on PED and some key item were on Sick Kid. I've never seen that.
Nah, me neither. I think I've seen someone in chat guessing that troll a little bit. That'd be an interesting one. I'd like to see that.
Is he gonna do the bird toss?
If only.
He's doing the bird toss. No, he can't. It's stuck on the thing.
He's doing the bird reach.
LJMnin, meanwhile, LJMnin is doing the left side swamp check. I just wanted to mention.
Well, he's missing 2 rods, a bow.
The ice rod could be here just as much as it could be anywhere else.
And we've also yet to see that lamp. I really want to see that lamp. I don't know why.
Instead, all he comes up with is everyone's least favorite boomerang. So,
I
have
may
to-
have been fired.
I have to back up my assertion that it is objective fact that the blue boomerang is better because the hint system itself refers to the blue boomerang as the best boomerang, whereas the red boomerang is just a boomerang.
See, I have to contend all of that to say that the hook shot is indeed the best boomerang.
At least until you're playing hard mode.
It still works in hard mode. It's expert you gotta work.
Oh, okay.
And at least
I couldn't
then,
remember
hook shot still kills pin gators and things, so I mean, there's that.
I thought hard mode the boomerang still stunned, but the hook shot didn't. Is it the other way around?
No, it's the other way around. Boomerangs do not. Only hook shot. And when you get the expert, the only thing you can stun are beetles, and that's with a bomb.
To address chat, the item locked behind hookshot was the fire rod in hookshot cave.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, someone in chat was just asking
Ooh.
about the item locked behind Hookshot.
We did find a Quake medallion, but more importantly, we've got a bacon sword.
Oh, we didn't get a shovel spot check, did we?
Hey, there it is! My lamp! I found it! Yay!
Oh my word.
To answer chat, TR's medallion is ether, the same as Meyer.
Well, that puts everything back in logic, at least.
Yeah, we can logically reach that fire rod now. Or, of course, we can always just swag hover Hookshot Cave. You know, no worries.
Now, LJMnin will have a quick first phase on Argus with the bacon sword, but lacking any rods or the bow, the second phase might take a bit longer. As he realizes that he's going to have to kill second phase Argus with his sword.
Well tempered. It's still 2 spins. More importantly, though, that's another dungeon complete and still no ice rod confirmation.
Yep. So, we're running out of locations. I mean, it could always be on Laser Bridge. Certainly shows up there often enough.
Do I hear a meme?
Is it a meme if it actually happens?
It's a meme because it actually happens.
Hmm.
At least that's my opinion. Oh, LJMnin is going to go ahead and grab that ether medallion necessary. Of course, he does not know either TR or Misery Meyer at this point, so good thing he's grabbing it.
And with the hookshot and the hammer and the mirror, hopefully he's going up Death Mountain sometime soon.
Or he might be going back to Green Pin That Ice? Oh no, he's going to get an upgrade. I wonder why.
That's kind of unusual. I mean, I guess he's in the neighborhood, but runners are more likely to do it if they're short on items and want the free refill.
He is going back in Pendant Ice. By the way, don't blink, you'll miss a boss fight.
Silver Arrow Vitreous is a beautiful thing.
Nice, I think I got that off and no one caught it. I'm proud of myself.
Okay, so Mark's probably gonna finish off Pod now. I didn't count Pod items. Is there an item on Helmasaur?
No, I believe it's a map.
Okay.
Uh-oh, somebody caught me. Alright, so we are going to go and finish off that Helmasaur King. Ooh, and just barely knocks him back into that bomb. And we're just clearing known locations at this point. About to see another Mark Darkroom strat.
Dark Turtle Room.
It's a fun one, but I mean, he's got Fire Rod if he really wants to light that torch.
Looks like he is. Or, we'll try.
There it
we
is.
go.
Another technique I like to use personally, if you can make it through and at least flip most of them, you can drop a quick ether. Just knock most of them out like that if you don't have Fire Rod. I'm still kind of wondering why LJMnin decided to go right back into Ice Palace. They've got the full entirety of East Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
And also, assuming he, dips Hera, he'll get a bow, and presumably he'll see the flute on Spectacle Rock.
And speaking of a bow, Helmasaur just took a silver to the dome. So there's another dungeon down.
Yeah, that was faster than I could even see the silver. It was like the mask came off, and next thing I knew, Helmasaur was exploding.
Alright, here we go. Hammerlock ice. Maybe there's an ice rod here.
I'm hoping Mark's going this way to do Swamp.
That might be what he's doing.
Hookshot, Lamp, and Baconator, not that he needs the lamp.
Now, correction, he definitely needs that lamp. Darkroom's already done, he needs it for swag.
I was going to say Turtle Rock
he's
Darkroom.
Got TR. I mean, it's only the hardest of the bunch, right? Gotta hold those correct directions while you're riding that bridge. It's definitely doing Swamp. That's gonna be a hook shot. Same question a little later. What do you do if you're Mark and you finish that Swamp Palace off with a hook shot? You know there's just an ice rod left. Of course, you've got Misery Mire, but after that...
You mean Turtle Rock?
Oh, oh my goodness. I was looking at LJ's.
No, I mean, if I'm Mark, I'd probably assume that the meme is in effect and it's going to be on Laser Bridge. Or maybe Mimic Cave. I don't think we got a hint about Mimic Cave.
No, I have not seen one, and I've been looking out for that one. Bombos to open up Cold Stare. Oh, well, chat's correcting me. Maybe I did miss the hint. Ooh, be careful, LJ.
Oh, Mimic is cash. What do you know?
Fair. Luckily, LJ is able to pull off to the corner and wait for that cold puff to stop Flash and use that potion. Didn't need it, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad with Bacon Sword.
And what do you know? Another heart container.
Well, we already determined that 14th heart is essential, so now they're on a level playing field.
Level playing field.
Mark is decidedly not checking left side
Hey,
swamp.
Mark, you need a key, buddy. There you go.
Yeah, that would be useful.
It's a fair mistake. I could see myself doing that.
Oh, right, and LJMnin can't simply flute over to Sahasrara because he still hasn't checked Death Mountain.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't just start at the house. And also not sure what he's doing.
Now he's thinking maybe he will do Death Mountain?
Right. Mark is on-tempered. Here we go.
It's unfortunate for LJM because, you know, he got really lucky with that early check of escape, and I thought that was going to put him in the lead, and unfortunately, everything else has been coming up for Mark since then.
Yeah. I can honestly say it's probably a little bit due to routing at this point. Mark's just routed better this evening. And of course, some parts of the race always come down to gambles. Who makes that correct gamble? Who knows the right tricks? To be honest, sometimes the better player can lose, even.
Oh, I just realized this Bacon Sword is the hammer-locked something sharp, so we have no idea where the Butter Sword is. Okay, he's seeing the flute now. One quick silver arrow does Argus in.
We read it twice to find out, hey, heart container in that chest that we see.
Where's... Ooh, is he gonna try Pyramid Fairy? I think he is. Ice Rod could be there.
Yeah. Nice. Uses that damage to set up the dash.
And so did using the hook shot set up the dash? No, he...
Yes, if you dash the instant after you let go of the hook shot, it will work. That is the second of 3 ways to quick move with the bomb. Third being a screen transition the instant the bomb would explode. All right, moment of truth. There it is! Oh my goodness, you called it!
And a cape just for good measure, yes, at 124.40.
Wow. And a bee in the bottle, there's that swag. Yet again.
The cape will be useful when GT Big Key turns out to be in Tile Room.
And he switches to it for good measure. All right. Traditional TRGT Big Pig fight. Here we go. T minus 15 minutes, I'm predicting.
Oh, probably about that. Oh, and I just realized, why is LJM doing Hera Basement?
He's doing Hera Basement because I forgot I made coffee before this match.
Because, like, most players, once they have the big key, they'll go upstairs, and then if they don't get both items, they'll try Hera Basement. But if I had
to guess, it's a pendant. He's gambling.
I mean,
guess I can understand that a little, but I don't think it's worth the time.
He's gonna
not with the 2 hints up top.
Yeah, and he's gonna feel really silly when he goes upstairs and gets the hint that tells him that Hera Basement is a compass.
There is the fact that he found that lamp at such a strange spot locked behind a French vanilla hookshot. He might be playing the cards that maybe his opponent didn't have that lamp.
Well, let's see how he reacts to then seeing that hint and seeing the bow.
Well, being behind or not, I'd be pretty happy just to find the bow.
Does he know he's behind? I guess at almost an hour and a half and only 2 crystals, you probably feel behind.
Yeah, only 2 crystals and double dip green pendant ice palace. And that hint has just gotta burn him.
Oh, and is he just gonna collect the pendant now for... Ugh.
Well, I mean...
Because he never did check the ped. In fact, he doesn't have the fire rod yet.
No, he did not.
Though, while he's up here on Death Mountain, I have to imagine he'll be getting the fire rod.
Correct.
I mean, he'll be Ice Rod from Go Mode when he gets out of here.
And he got that bow, so he can go finish off Easter and open up that Pyramid Fairy at this point. It's just too much to do and not enough time, though, to be fair.
He can even do the Pod Eastern double, since he has hammer and bow.
I would look at all this as a learning lesson. I mean, you don't get good on... I don't know if this is his first tournament or not, but I made these same mistakes at the beginning of my first tournament.
And I'm not sure if he played last week, so this might actually be his first match. Just as a recap for any of our viewers who don't know the rules of this tournament, each team has 3 players, but only 2 players are required to play in any given week.
Ooh, he has been squirreled.
Twice over now. And he doesn't even have the powder to powder them for revenge.
Thank you for knowing you can still kill dead rocks. It made my day.
I've only seen it once or twice in tournament play, but it happens occasionally.
We got the Angry Samaria block at the Vanilla Big Key location in TR, meaning we will probably see Laser Bridge and we'll have to visit the big chest.
Is it that surprising that there's a Vanilla Big Key? I mean, that's where the devs put it.
Not our first Vanilla Big Key today.
Okay, now we have to hope that LJM does not decide to go into TR after he gets the fire rod here. Because that's going to be a big waste of time if he does.
Hey, Mushroom, that completes our fetch quests.
What was... Oh, I guess the raid slashes was just that he didn't need to go there.
Yeah, well, on the flip... Well, I said it again, on the flip side. If he hadn't, it would have been a small key.
I don't hold saying on the flip side against you if it doesn't involve the flippers.
No flipper, only flute. Or in this case, shroom.
And on LJMnin's side, Q Rage Slashes. No! Remarkably calm about finding the fire rod there.
Alright, here we go. Laser bridge. Oh, man. Lag
Well,
shield.
Now he doesn't have to do anything fancy for the rest of the Laser Bridge.
That was fancy.
Unfortunately, he still doesn't have the powder, so we can't get a nice little health refill in this room.
Tempered sword, red mail. He should be fine. At least let's hope he's fine, because, I mean, he didn't take the safety door.
He still has goo.
Well, here we go. A quick fight with a Link to the Past version of an Onyx, and we'll be heading into a pig's tower.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know you could get 4 hits in if you start behind.
Yeah, if you start behind with the gold sword, you can actually kill it before that first hit even fires.
That I knew. I just didn't know there was any advantage to starting behind with the tempered sword.
Yep. And perfect fight. That reverse L. Good night. Try next. Let's go hunt for a big key.
Which means it is time for a little game that we like to play. We will be starting it. Oh. Well, I guess our tracker already started it. So get your guesses in, and if you are a speed gaming sub or have cheered 250 bits or more, you can be entered on our leaderboard. What's your guess, Seto?
I'm going to take my good old-fashioned chest 12. It's either going to be Bob's chest if we go left, or it's going to be one of the rando rooms if we go right. What about you? What do you have a go-to for the big key?
So my go-to is 10, but 10 wound up being the answer in the other match between these teams that just concluded. So I don't think it's got to be 10 twice in a row. So I guess I'll take the classic 15, which is vanilla if they don't do full right.
And I have to say, chat, you're disappointing me. I only seen one tile room guess. Come on, guys, where's the troll hoping? Nonetheless, 2 down, we got a small key, and we are going right.
Well, so much for 15 being vanilla, then. So that puts 15 in rando room, right?
Yes, last chest rando room.
And 12 is first chest rando room?
Yes. Although in my experience, it's typically 12, but I still, not 12, it's typically the second random room chest you find it, but I like the Bob's chest if you go left guess, so I'd stick with 12.
Wait a minute. No, 12 is map room now.
Oh, it's 3, so whatever.
Yeah, that was decidedly 3. Yes.
I'm gonna have to make a quick, nope. I have to say, quick hop to the next room, get that key first. Now you can go.
Wow, no one put in low guesses. The closest guess was 7. Congratulations, Firestar43.
Well, I criticized no tile room guesses, really, but I mean, if the lowest guess was 7, there's still hope for them.
And we still have no one with more than 1 point on the. This is an amazing 12-way tie? 15-way tie.
Oh, looks like LJ's heading down to the Mothula fight. Might do his ped check finally.
Yeah, given the comments on non-sub, I guess Firestar43 is a good cheerer.
Making quicker work of this gauntlet thus far. I do appreciate the fact that Mark is doing this with just regular arrows instead of silvers, but he's going to have to hold off and save some of those arrows if he wants a silver cannon.
Why is he doing it with regular arrows? Just for memes?
Ooh, nice. 10 arrow drop. No, if you do them with the regular arrows, you do not get the lag from the sparkling.
Oh. And yet another place where powder would have been nice, but oh well.
Well, I mean, he had his mushroom. If he really wanted to spend 5 minutes there emptying magic, he could have fake powdered it, but...
But
You
then
know.
you need the magic a few rooms. Well, I guess there is the magic refill in here.
Yeah, and there's the fact that the bunny beam was already ticking off, so I mean... Picks up a heart, though.
I wish I had known about defeating Wizrobes with the Cane of Samaria when I was playing this as a kid. That's like one of the most awesome tricks that isn't a glitch. LJM successfully dodges the Wallmaster. Is Mark hoping for Gold Sword or what?
Possibly.
Oh, and he's gonna go for the hover. Given what he's done so far.
Oh.
Nice.
100% for hovers today. Some GGs out for that, if nothing else. Nice hovers.
And LJM clears out Skullwood's third crystal.
Third crystal in hand. Guys, are we ready for some trigonometry?
LJM is also going to find out that beating Moldorm 1 was a bit of a waste.
Ooh, Mark not starting this fight too well. 1 and a 0. Good pattern there. Still only gets another 1.
Ooh.
There's 3 finally. 4. See, I prefer regular sword slashes that spins in this phase.
There we go.
Oh.
101022.
And at a little short of an hour 40 minutes, Mark is heading in to fry some bacon. Here we go. Arrows in hand, he can finish this in a good 3.5 minutes. I've prepped those GGs.
LJMnin really... Oh no, he's not stuck. He's letting the bird loose.
And beautiful bounces off that trident. That's a trick I'm not the greatest at. And the dash strats. Love that too.
12 hits for phase, and I think he easily got 12. Yep. Phase 3 already.
Got a 1-1 cycle. Another minute or so, and we'll have our second consecutive Team Swagga Jackson victory today. Which, if all goes as it looks like it's going to go, is going to move them to 9 points. Oh, no. Yep. Double. Thought he was going for the triple. I think he was a little...
Okay, assuming he can cross this horrible 1 block wide bridge, this should
I say
do
award him
it.
an extra point if he hovers the bridge. There it is. Get those GGs out in chat, guys. We have us a victory at 141.21. Not sure of official SRL time because I didn't know.
I was just about to say the official SRL time is 141.20.
Oh, even better.
And we have Marcnificent in here with us. GG.
Thank you.
GG,
GG.
buddy.
Thank you.
So thoughts on that seed?
Well, I thought everything just kind of went right for me. All the choices I made. It's very rare that I feel really good about everything, all the choices I make, especially going to maybe that pod play, looking, digging for hammer and hoping to get something there, and ended up getting that mirror. Plays like that. I feel like I was doing maybe a lot of those types of plays. I feel like I didn't start doing dungeons until about 40 or 50 minutes in, so maybe that I was just like, am I gonna get something here? Am I gonna keep going and exploring? Am I gonna do dungeons? Like, I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen there, but it just so happened that I got the items I needed, and at some point I was like, all right, let's do dungeons and see if I get that. I think I was just hookshot and ice rod away at some point, and
Yeah, you hovered that hookshot cave and pulled fire rod out of there.
yeah,
Which was nice, by the way. Perfect hovers all the way around, no falls.
Yeah, thank you. I actually haven't really hovered in a while. I tried it. I think I started in Skull Woods. I messed up the bomb jump setup, so I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna at least try it, and I got it there. And I think the confidence from that just really transferred over to the other hovers. So I felt good about that. Yeah, fire rod behind the hook shot. I think there was a hint about a unique item behind the hook shot.
Yes.
Unique item behind hook.
But then again, there were several items locked behind the hook shot, like the ones in Swamp Palace, for instance. I think. I figured it was worth it. I was already up in the mountain without the hook shot. I ought to go for it.
Well, I mean, you were just throwing logic completely out the window, and it paid off because, of course, you weren't supposed to get up the mountain without the lamp to begin with, so the game was really expecting you to get hookshot and lamp out of swamp before heading up the mountain.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I spent a good part of that seed wondering, where's that lamp? Where's that lamp? It closes so much logic, and thankfully you ended up not needing it with that fire rod. It turned out things like desert weren't needed to be finished, so I mean, it worked. It worked really well for you. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Where was the flute again? I totally forgot.
Spectacle Rock.
That's right. Okay, and then the mirror was in pod.
That's how we knew that Death Mountain was lamp locked, because the flute was on Death Mountain.
I see. Well, I thought the mirror was in the front half of the pod.
Yeah, the mirror was, but
basement, if I remember.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Never mind. I got you.
Yeah, but since the flute was on Death Mountain,
I got you.
The game expected you to have the lamp to go through the cave.
I see. Yeah, that's right. So everything logically was locked there. So figure I could get ahead, knowing dark rooms and such.
Yeah, great job with the dark rooms.
Thanks. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done in a while as well. I've been getting lamps. I've been getting lucky with the lamps recently. So, but I guess had to pull out the old darkroom strats, and luckily they didn't troll me too bad today.
Nah, you went pretty clean through most of them.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, I guess the other thing I was going to ask, and it was something, you know, I was eagerly awaiting for you to do, front of escape where you got the master sword that then made you able to get the hammer. Had you just not thought about it, or were you just hoping nothing was there because you waited quite a while to do it?
Yeah, I waited a while. I had Dark World access, so I just wanted to see how far I could take that. Because Mitts, Moon Pearl, and then taking that all the way down and getting the boots in Hyde Cave, and then somehow I made it over. You know, I got the flippers, then the flippers led to the mirror, and the mirror led to the flute, and then the flute led to desert. I think the mirror. So the mirror led me to the tablet, Bombo's tablet, where the hammer was, and I was thinking, oh wow, I didn't have a master sword or better at the time, and I was like, oh gosh, that sword's got to be out there somewhere. I think that's where I drew the line as far as like exploring how far my progression could take me, and then I just started to check the things that I did leave behind, and I think at that point having the flute was really nice to do those things. Like I had left the dam behind, I left Sahasrara, Eastern, the front of escape. Luckily I had the bow to do stuff like Eastern Palace and Sahas and stuff like that, so it made for a really nice route after that, as far as exploration goes.
Yeah, funny piece of trivia. Actually, your opponent, you guys both went up to Uncle and Secret Passage. Your opponent actually went into escape with nothing but one bomb and clutched that sword out of there to finish it somehow. I don't know what he was expecting to find, but it just worked for him. It was his third check of the game.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, that's
we had
definitely
all that time to wonder, when is Mark going to go to escape and get that sword? And then we seen the hammer location. We were really like, when is Mark gonna go get that sword?
Yeah, I was thinking that sword's got to be somewhere early, like damn Eastern, Sahasrara's closet. I was just thinking all those places. Front of escape was the last of those locations, unfortunately, but it made for a really nice route after that.
And we never even found out where the fourth sword upgrade was. I'm going to assume it was somewhere in GT since you got the big key so early.
Yeah, never went left.
Yeah, GT could have been upstairs. I did leave some upstairs. Moldorm 2 maybe. Ice Palace I left completely behind, which is nice.
Well, actually, LJ full cleared Ice Palace, so it's not there.
So it's not there. Okay, all right.
So it'd pretty much have to be up there in GT, left side.
I did get a mushroom.
That or that Moldworm chest that you hovered past.
I did get I think I got a mushroom in Ganon's Tower, so it could be at the witch. I got a shovel in Hookshot Cave, so it could be there.
Right, you never did check the dig spot.
I did get the hint about the sword being dug up, but I guess that was the digging game sword.
Yep.
But it could have been also the Flute Boys dig spot as well.
That's true. Yeah, it's interesting. There were two sword hints in the game, one about it being dug up and one about it being hammerlocked.
Yeah, so which one? I guess the hammerlocked one, would that be Swamp? Or would that be the hammerlocked side of Ganon's Tower in that case?
Well, I mean, it could have also been hammerlocked side of Ganon's Tower, but everything except the first couple of chests in Swamp is hammerlocked, so...
Yeah, some of these hints are really kind of ambiguous, because I think that sword in Swamp could have also been hookshot locked in the hint as well. So sometimes I get confused.
I hate it when three.
Yeah, but I think it was a unique
word
item.
completely different. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. A unique item requires the hookshot, And a sword isn't considered a unique item, but a lamp is considered a unique item, and I think the lamp was in the back of Swamp. So that could have referred to either the lamp or the fire rod. Or the shovel, for that matter.
Mm-hmm. I think I got Quake back there, but I don't know that. I guess that's unique.
Quake was in some weird spot.
Okay. Maybe Quake was... I don't know.
Right, Quake was next to the tempered sword, and then the lamp was in that last chest before Argus.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
There was a lot of stuff in the back of Swamp today.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was actually wondering when that lamp would come into light. It had to be deep in there. It had to be mirror...
What is LJM doing now? He must... Has he forgotten that this chest has to be the lamp? Not the lamp, the map. I misspoke.
Not sure what he could be doing, because, I mean, he's got Eastern and Pot he can go do.
Is he just on tilt?
Maybe he wants the blueprints of Hyrule Castle. I don't know.
Well, there's his blueprint. I mean, yeah, you'd think he'd finish up Eastern and Pod, which he can do easily. And then hopefully he remembers that having done Eastern, he can do Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that's all he's really got to do.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much more. He just needs to, do things in the right order.
Well, before I forget, Mark, I'm pleased to say congratulations, guys, on the double win tonight for Team Swagga Jackson.
Oh, GG, thank you so much.
I'm not biased or anything, I promise. But no, seriously, congratulations, guys. That's 9 points for you now?
Yes, it is. It is 9 points for us, and it feels good. I was watching Walt a little bit earlier, and I didn't catch the end of it, so I assume he bounced back from the early.
I had time to finish watching while you were late getting to your race, so don't worry.
Okay, well that's.
No, he did clutch it out. Congratulations to Walter. I'm amazed he won after all that. Good work, not going full tilt and pulling that back in. That was a performance.
Definitely GG Walt.
Yes, I can say even for getting a chest, his execution was on point. It was enough for him to do an all dungeon clear and still pull off victory. I mean, congratulations, dude, on not just giving up at that point, because I think I might have. And to turn that around into a win.
Yeah,
wow.
I've definitely left. Obviously, the mistake was in I think the back of blind side. He had left that one behind, and I've totally done that before.
I think both of us have done that. Yep.
I've definitely left a hammer in there.
I've missed hammer there. Yes.
And somehow, I was still able to get into the Dark World on a sequence break, based on an incorrect assumption about Lamp being on I think Zora. So I ended up doing like Dark Agate Tower to get into the Dark World, and I was able to do like 4 crystals before I realized I got the lamp in the Dark World. I was like, I shouldn't be in Dark World right now. And something happened like that, and I found out that the hammer I had left it behind. So I know how you feel, Walt.
Oh, right, I just realized LJM left Pod when he got the mirror, so he's now going to full clear it before he actually defeats Helmasaur. Which is unfortunate because we know there's nothing back here. On the other hand, he has the lamp, so he won't be fumbling about.
You mean on the
dark.
flip side?
Oh yeah, and that half magic is pretty useful, even if not required.
Yeah, Mark had that pretty early, actually. I forgot it was back here. I was wondering where it was.
Yeah, it's definitely nice having that for Moth, for sure.
Yeah, and on your way to Moth, too. I mean, you were just using that fire rod like there was no tomorrow.
That's right. I got grabbed. It was just a very bad sequence for me. I don't even know how I got grabbed. I definitely walked up into the door and then
Yeah,
he
you
still
were
grabbed me.
all the way in the door. I don't know how he got you.
Well, I think it's one of those version 1.0 things, just like the Wall Master can get you in 1.0 as you're falling down the pit to Moth, so it doesn't surprise me that he can also get you as you're going through a door.
Yeah, I remember when I learned that glitch. I was 90% falling through Ice Palace at the very bottom, and one of those freezors got me. That's when I learned that glitch. Oh, time to go kill Helmasaur.
Oh man, I actually almost went to Turtle Rock first to look for the ice rod before remembering that I had the red bomb available.
Yeah, and I gotta give kudos to Drosty here. He called.
Well, I mean, I was running out of places to call it. It was that or Laser Bridge, right?
Which, I mean, theoretically, you did also call that. So, I mean, cheater. No.
Covering my bases, you know?
It seems fitting. It seems fitting.
So, LJM is heading towards Helmasaur now. Let's hope once he does this in Eastern that he goes to the pyramid.
Grabbing arrows, and by the way, Mark, lucky arrow dropped the top of Ganon's tower there. You were down to 2 arrows.
Yeah, I think I had 2 arrows, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to use other strats for Lammola, and luckily I got that 10 arrow drop, and everything was fine and dandy. I was a little bit worried about my heart count going into Ganon. I think I only had 3.5 hearts, so I was trying to be as cautious as possible, and all the while still trying to utilize.
Well, I mean, as
strats.
we were discussing, theoretically, you had Mushroom and Cane. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I could have. I guess I could have fake powdered. I would have fake powdered upstairs. That's
The
usually
second 2 sets,
strat.
yeah.
But I had half magic, so that just would have taken so long to to drain all my magic. It's definitely a lot easier to do the fake powder when when you don't have half magic. You're already down to like half a bar just because of the previous room, so it's just easy to just use your fire rod shots and on the way to those 2 anti-fairies and the bunny beam.
Well, knocking on Helmasaur's mask here. Here we go. Where's our shot? And I believe that was Helmasaur being a Moldworm.
I love that sprite. I love his sprite.
Yeah.
Pointer finger is excellent. An excellent sprite.
I love when it turns into the, like, do not enter icon.
Does it ever turn into the sand time capsule thing?
Yes, I forget what triggers that, but I've seen it do that. What? No! Why? Why did he not mirror and do Eastern?
That one, I don't know what's happening now.
He must be on serious tilt. Or has he... Did he
No.
mismark his tracker? Has he forgotten that Eastern is a crystal?
He's got to look and see. Why does he have a... Okay, I'm confused. I'm just going to sit here in silence till I know what's going on.
I am very confused myself. All I can imagine is maybe if he has a mismarked tracker. Got me curious enough. But I'm gonna see his Twitch broadcast to see if he has a tracker on it and to see if the tracker's mismarked. No, he is not broadcasting his tracker, so we can't see.
Man.
And unfortunately, now that he has the fire rod, he can go all the way to Trinex, finding Diddly Squad along the way.
Well, I mean, we might find powder in that last chest. Trying to find positives here. I don't understand this. If he had marked Eastern off as incorrect, wouldn't you want to check Pyramid Fairy first? And I mean, if not, wouldn't you obviously make the Eastern play first? So, I mean, either way.
Yeah, I mean, what does he think Eastern was? I mean, he went in there once, just... Did he forget that he didn't finish it because he didn't have the bow at the time?
You know, possibly. Maybe he's mismarked Eastern as a pendant? And maybe marked Terra as a crystal or something and just didn't realize from his menu?
But then where does he think the second red crystal is, as you were saying?
Maybe he thinks it's here. Maybe he mismarked that too.
That would take a lot of mismarking.
Well, I mean, I know I'm reaching here, but I mean... Explain this, then.
I'm at a loss. Oh, yeah, as our tracker is pointing out. Maybe LJM doesn't use a tracker and has been relying on his memory this whole time.
Braver person than me.
I mean, I rely on my memory, but I'm not a competitive player, and I feel like if I were playing competitively, I would use a tracker just because I wouldn't want to get embarrassed by something like this. I guess we'll get a chance to ask him.
All right, if you guys don't mind, I gotta take off. I'm gonna eat some dinner right now. But GG's and thank you guys for commentating, D. Rossi, Seto, and thank you to the trackers as well.
Yeah, GG again to you.
Yes, GG's, Mark.
All right, thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Yep, see you later.
I just checked time-wise. There's something else on this channel at 10 p.m. I don't know when that means we get booted off the air, but hopefully LJM will realize his mistake before then.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, there's really not a lot to say about this TR dip at this point. We know what's going to happen. Feels
But that
bad,
also
but
means
I'm random.
since we got the late start here, depending on timing, we might not be able to do much of an interview. This would be a good time to mention, though, please do give both of our runners a follow. They've really gone to a lot of work to be part of this league and be willing to put on a show for everyone here. So,
Oh, yes, definitely. Either one of these runners would still deserve a follow. 2 follows if you can manage.
and also thanks to our tracker, RD Walsh, who has really been keeping on top of all the items these runners have been picking up. Helps us tremendously. Hey, you called that. I'm giving you credit, Seto. You called that powder in that last chest on Laser Bridge.
I had to get 1 point today. And there's that magic moment. What now, LJ?
He must have really forgotten about Eastern. Because that sort of frustration and just kind of sitting out there questioning life's purpose. Turning in the mushroom.
What do we got on mushroom? Oh, more heart. That's 17, though. 17 hearts.
Sure, why not? The fact that he isn't going for Eastern Palace, now he's trying that.
Oh, okay. Magic bat.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's going through his mind. Like, especially because Pod Eastern is such a common combo. Like, he must have specifically been thinking he didn't need to do Eastern when he got out of Pod. But he sees there on his menu that he has 2 crystals uncollected. So where does he think those 2 crystals are from? Or maybe he just didn't even notice it on his menu.
I mean, that is possible, I guess.
I mean, sometimes players just get so single-tracked that they don't think about it. I guess... Oh, where's he going now?
I'm not sure, but he's got a hammer out.
Has he not done hammer pegs? Maybe he hasn't.
Maybe he hasn't. Oh no, chat just called that.
Oh!
Big chest. I believe Piece of Heart was down here. No, it was blueberries.
Yeah. So after checking in about timing with the next match coming on, we can go for another 10 or 15 minutes here. Gonna have to wrap the stream in not too long, just because there is another stream at 10 p.m. So we'll see. Hopefully LJM is heading in that, but unfortunately it's looking likely that we won't be able to get this to the end. Okay, where's he going? A lot of whistle blowing. Looks like he finally remembered Eastern. Now the question is, after Eastern, will he remember Pyramid Fairy? Okay, so just to wrap this in advance, since we're not going to be able to carry this to the end, the plan is we'll watch LJ finish Eastern, see what he does after that, and then we will have to close out to get ready for the next match. So just to do the thank yous, thank you again to our tracker, Walsh. Thank you to my co-com, Seto10987. Thank you to the Speed Gaming Network, who is really nice for hosting almost all of the matches in the ALTTPR League. It's been really great of them. As for other things going on Speed Gaming, we have the weekly Zelda 2 randomizer that is currently starting up on SG4. The daily ALTTPR race is currently starting up on SG1. Following this race on this channel, we'll have Azure Dreams. Later tonight, after the ALTTPR race, we're going to have a Final Fantasy I randomizer on SG1. As for the ALTTPR League here, this is the last race tonight, but tomorrow we will be having a couple of races in the evening. There's a 7 p.m. between Les French Canadians and Team Sugoi, and an 8:30 between Team 4K Fourth and Forehead and the Titans Myths. And we have plenty more matches over the rest of this week as well. So, check out the Speed Gaming schedule. Check out our Discord. You can poke around for the ALTTPR League Discord if you want to know more about this tournament. I believe we have a website at alttprleague.com as well. And meanwhile, while I've been talking, LJMnin has finished up Eastern Palace. He is going to get the big bomb, so we will assume that he will be able to wrap this. But that's going to do it for us now, so thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your evenings.
Have a nice night, guys.